Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Today we are concluding yoga of self-control. We have understood what is yoga, we have understood what is control, but we have not understood what is self. When we say yoga of self-control, who is this self? So the self depends on person to person. For somebody, the possessions are the self. When this your share market crashes, hum to mar gaye. So for them, self is the possessions of it. For some people, self is the relations. If some of the relatives goes away or whatever happens, then the self is, I cannot live without you. They only say, but they live longer. For them, the self is relations. For some it is possession, for some it is relation. For some it is body. Living by the body, for the body, on everybody all the time. Only looking after the body. For some, self is the type of food we eat. Whole day their only theme is, you should not eat this, you should not eat that, you should do this, there is no other topic. And I am the victim of that advice. They won't believe. You Swami, you should not eat this. So as you listen to me, I listen to them. I do whatever I do. For some people, self is the mind. All the time emotion. Small little things are enough to make a touch me not out of them. You know that touch me not plant? You just touch it and then it becomes. So, self is the mind. For some people, self is the I. When I came here, there was nothing with me. But now this whole road belongs to me. Every building is mine. I am self. I. That is the meaning of self. Now, when we talk about yoga of self-control, the question is, why should we control? Why should we control the body? Let the body grow, first vertically, then horizontally. Why should we control? Why should we control our mind? Let it be emotional. Therefore, when we talk about yoga of self-control, we have to first of all determine what is the meaning of self. So we have taken into account in last two lectures, self means possessions and relations. So how do we relate with them? Possessions and relations in these two, the possessions are secondary and relations are primary. So in that, what happens? We use the things and love the people. But normally what happens? We love the things and use the people. Exactly the opposite. Therefore, in this yoga of possession, the yoga of self-control, one has to invoke this discrimination. Are we giving value and importance to the person, the people, or the possessions. And when this discrimination is clear, then we will start marching from the not self to the self. After this is done, then we come now to the body. Now, what will be the yoga of self-control with reference to self as the body? Now, try this thing. You must have seen many of us have got such funny habits that we are not steady at the body level. Some people will say, they will keep on doing that. I always remember one of my experiences. I was coming from London to Bombay and flight was not very good. Hardly 60, 70, 80 people. So there was a lot of space to sleep. So I thought I will go in the center, four-seater, and I sleep next to it. So I sat on one corner. And to my, bad luck, other fellow came and sat on the other end. Now I can't. And then I started feeling terrible vibrations on the seat. I thought, here also there is speed breaker. Then I was looking around here and then I saw that person who was sitting on that corner, he was vigorously moving his leg. So I asked him, are you in a hurry to reach or what? Oh, I'm sorry. And again start. One of the important thing is try to remain in one posture for a longer period of time. Whatever posture you try. Like you are sitting here, whatever posture is perfectly alright. And when you just try, then you will discover there is a tremendous joy when you are steady at the body. It is something like, if you are holding, let us take a glass of water filled, and you are sitting on a tractor, and the tractor is moving in the field, what will be the condition of the water inside the glass? Exactly the same way. Our body is like a tractor containing that water of mind. So when the body is disturbed all the time, mind cannot be at peace. Therefore, first step which is told in the yoga is learn to sit properly. Now, what is the proper sitting? Proper sitting is that sitting when after we keep the body on the seat, we forget about it. Like you all have come here and you have parked your car somewhere. If your cars are parked in a proper place, there is no possibility of towing away the car, then you will not think about the car. Then you will be fully available here. Suppose you have parked a car in a place where there is a possibility that somebody may tow away the car, so where will be our mind? All the time in the car. This is what happens when our people go to the temple. Their mind is all the time in their shoes. So, when they go to Bhagwan, they forget what they are talking. Bhagwan, jute ki taraf dhyan rakna. Because the mind is full of shoes. That is why it is told in our tradition, when you go to temple, always go with the old slipper and leave it there. And when you are going back, find out a new one. But this is a spiritual practice, it is not just like that. Because old slipper is nothing but your ego. When you put on your shoes, even in darkness, You recognize whether they are yours or not. If it is new shoe, you may not. But if it is old one, you definitely. In the same manner, our ego with the old one has to be left. So first, we have to park our body in such a manner that we don't have to think about our body. The first step, control of the self, where self is body. Now, let us take some example. See the tripod which is here on the dais. What is the speciality of this tripod? The center of gravity of this tripod is exactly in the center. Therefore, the weight of the camera is equally divided on the three legs. And therefore, there is zero possibility that the tripod will fall or topple down. Because the center of gravity is perfectly in the center. Now take this mic stand. Although it is like that, not straight, yet the center of gravity is there. If the center of gravity is shifted, it will fall down. Now, if this example is clear, in the same manner, when we are sitting on the seat of meditation, where is our center of gravity? You must have seen many people when they sit. First of all, they will sit like this. After some time, they move like this. Then this leg is tired. They will sit like this. And then this leg starts sleeping. And then this leg fails. Why should I keep awake? He also sleeps. When the both legs sleep, then you start thinking, why sleep partially? It doesn't look fully. This is because our posture of the body is not perfect. Asana is defined as an experience of steady bliss. Asana is not posture. But if you get lost only in twisting your body, then you will see on the TV, oh, Ramdev Baba is putting this leg here, this leg here. You try. Once you put the leg, it doesn't come on. Then you have to call the doctor. Don't do that. It is not for us. We are all grastas, we have never done acrobatics in our life. In Hindi, there is a saying, apne awqat pehchano. Don't do the things because somebody is doing it. Therefore, sit in a comfortable posture, and when you are sitting, our body structure becomes like this tripod. The three lines, they are approximately equal. The distance between the knees, the distance between the knee and the back, the distance between the knee and your neck, they are approximately same. And when you are sitting like that, then see that the weight of your body is landed directly on the pin bones. Pin bones means the ischia points on your pelvic bone. The two bones in between the anus opens. Those two bones are called as pin bones. So when you are sitting, adjust your sitting posture in such a manner that the weight of your body lands on these 2 points. When this will happen, the weight of the body will be in the center of gravity. And any structure whose center of gravity is perfect will be stable. And after finishing this particular posture for 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, I guarantee you, your legs will never sleep. Why our legs sleep? Because the weight of our body is shifted on one leg or the other. So when the weight is shifted on one leg, then there is a pressure on the vessels, and then lymph starts accumulating. It is not that nerves are not touched, nerves are very deep. The lymphatic system gets blocked, and then there is accumulation, and therefore there is a numb feeling. And therefore, when there is numb feeling, very simple way to come out of it. Tap your toenails by your fingernails. In a fraction of a moment, all the feeling will go away. If it happens, not necessary if you sit properly. And when you thus sit properly, you are out of the body problem. Then you have understood yoga of self-control with reference to what? It is said, a person whose asana is sthira, a person who is stable in the sitting postures, he acquires the ability to go through difficulties very easily. Difficulties don't bother him. These are the things given in Yoga Shastra. Therefore, first take care of the body. Don't unnecessarily keep moving old habits or keep on eating the nails. And when the nails are over, you will see this nail eater, they will go bad. Khatam ho gaya. Therefore, this is first yoga of self-control, self-control. Now start at a time, initially 15 minutes. Don't overdo it. Then increase slowly. Do it 2 or 3 times a day. Preferably with empty stomach. If you have eaten up to the nose and then you want to do pranayama, instead of the air coming out, jalebi will come out. Or amras will come out. It has to be done with the empty stomach. Keep the stomach empty when you go on. Now after this we come to the next one, food. Now this food is such a funny thing. 1 or 2 examples and experiences I give. In 89 or 90, there was one conference organized, Reverence for Life, by this Swami group. Swami division. I was called. And people from all over the world came. And I was supposed to attend all the 3 days and last day conclude what is said. So I had to suffer 3 days. I was sitting, eating and enjoying. And the last day when I had to talk, my observation about the whole function was, reverence for life means be vegetarian. Only topic they were talking about, don't be non-vegetarian, eat vegetarian. To such an extent, one person was so much motivated by this stupid theme that he said, when I see a non-vegetarian person walking around, I feel a mobile graveyard of animals is going on. And the whole audience clapped. See, why should we worry about what others eat? Are we appointed as a nutrition specialist for others? Once I was in a Bengali house, and Bengalis cannot live without fish. So, I was taking food on the dining table, and then the son of that lady, he came with his plate, chicken, fish, and sat next to me. So the mother got so angry. I told you not to come here, Swami is vegetarian, why you are, I said, Mama, eat food, don't shout. Then I told him, see, I am not asking you to be vegetarian, And he is not asking me to be non-vegetarian. So we are happy. Why you are worried? Yes, I am worried. If instead of taking a gajar, if he takes my finger to eat, then I will not eat. Otherwise, let him eat what he will. Think minimum about food. Before taking food, don't take. While taking food, enjoy. After food, you are taken, forget. Then only we are having self-control about the food or eating. Otherwise, from morning onward, सुबह ब्रेकफास्ट में क्या बनाएंगे? तुम्हारे भेजी का आमलेट बना. All the time only eating. Now while taking breakfast, next question. अच्छा, lunch के लिए क्या बना? While eating lunch, evening tea के लिए क्या बनाए? I think that dinner what should be. That means whole day only eating, nothing, no other thing. These people who do the Ekadashi, do you think they think about God? They have got only one thing, what should be the menu? Savudana khichdi or savudana ka vada? No, it is too high. It makes some difference. Arey, eating the only thing. Therefore, first principle, think meaning of the menu of God. Second, what doesn't suit to your system, stop it. See that the food is not a liability for us. The third important thing. There is nothing like sattvic, rajasic, tamasic kind of food. Remove this thing from the head. Many of us have got, no, this achar, papad, this, it is rajasic food. We should take sattvic food. No mirch, no masala, no achar, no papad, and we should have only boiled vegetables and vegetables. You go to the cold climates. There the people eat naturally non-spicy food. But doesn't mean that they are sattvic. When you come to the hot climate like India, they eat every kind of food. That doesn't mean they are not sattvic. Once we are going to Kailash Manas, we had to go through Tibet. And in our group, there was one Gujarati settled in South India. Gujarati means only thing is eating. And if he is a Surati, God is. That is what they say. Surat no Jeman, Kashi no Maran. Do you know the meaning of that? Those who take the Jeman of Surat, they definitely die. Eating. So that person, he got so much of food because there we may not get food. Huge quantity. And in that, this Haldiram Bhujia. Big packets. 1 kilo, at least 20-30 packets. And when we are going in the Swami, these people never get this kind of good food. This Bhujia, they are so tasty. So, should I eat? I said, I'm eating, I'll give something from here. No, we should not give anybody Juda. Actually, we are on pilgrimage. I said, Bhagwan, Kshama Karna. They say, and then he gave a new packet of 1 kilo. And the kids there, urchins, they opened it. And 2-3 people ate and just threw it away. And then that whole packet, they threw it on the garbage. And then the pigs came to eat. And pigs also did not eat that. Then I told him, I said, Mahesh, see, what you are eating, you will be good. They cannot tolerate spices. Therefore, what is the meaning of this sattvic, rajasic, tamasic? That food which is suitable for your health, you eat. That which is not suitable, don't eat. And then there is a rule about eating food. Eat half the capacity that you have. Suppose you can eat 20 chapatis. Eat only 10. And the remaining half, 1/4, fill in with the water. And leave 1/4 for ventilation. Then your hunger will be always there. Never eat the food to such an extent that, no, I got it for these 2 days. No. Eat only that much that your hunger is still alive. Don't kill the fire of your digestion. Many people, why they get indigestion, constipation, is only because of, you must have seen sometimes these people do this oven and they don't know how to add the ahuli. They add in such a manner that the fire dies away rather than becoming more. The same thing happens with the fire of digestion, and therefore keep this self of the yoga of self-control with reference to food. Now, Bhagavan Krishna says, Yukta Hara Viharasya Yukta Cheshtasya Karmasu Yukta Swapnavabodhasya Yogo Bodhidha. We must have a proper balance in life. Either we keep on eating, or we don't eat at all. Both these extremes are wrong. It is easy, it's not difficult to observe fast for 1 week. You can do it. It is not a big thing. Okay? Similarly, you can eat a lot in one go. It is not a big thing. But the real control is when good food is available to you. You have got all the freedom to eat as much as you want, and you are capable of eating that, and yet you do not indulge beyond requirement. Instead of eating one day, only once, eat 3 times. But eat all the 3 times, little quantity. You may like it, yet no is no. Then we are practicing self-control. If the food is horrible, you can't eat it, and therefore you don't eat. It is not self-control, it is self-pity. See, friends. So, yoga of self-control is this. Maintain proper balance. Don't observe only fast and don't go on eating. Every night, day, 3 nights, eat little. By this what happens? This our GI tract, it keeps on moving a proper flow of the digestive material. If we eat too much, there is a traffic jam. And if you don't eat at all, then the fire of digestion dies away because there is nothing to cook. And therefore, it is necessary that keep on eating 3 times a day, but very little quantity each. This will create a kind of awareness, and you see the joy of it. Otherwise, what happens, we sit for breakfast, and by mistake some dish is good, and then you go on eating, and then I don't think I will take the now lunch. Yoga breakfast was too much. Then you are not practicing the yoga of self-control. This control must be. Then comes the yoga self as the mind. Unless the earlier 3 are done, mind will be difficult to control. Now, for controlling the mind, there are many easy techniques. We will try to see a few of them. First is, when we want to control the mind, we must know what is the meaning of uncontrolled mind. Like I was having classes with the young students, college students, Great. So today we had a question. Someone will ask this question. Normally when I want to study, my mind runs here and there and I get fed up what to tell. We all feel that this is a special problem for us. It is a common problem for everybody. And then we want to control, not knowing what exactly we mean by control of the mind. So unless you know what is the meaning of control of the mind, you will not be able to achieve it. So first of all, find out what is uncontrolled mind. Uncontrolled mind has three qualities. First, the frequency of thoughts per second is very high. Two, the quality of the thoughts is not under our control. And three, the direction of the thought is not controlled by us. Therefore, what will be the control of the mind? That we have to reduce the frequency of thought eruptions per second. At this moment, what is the frequency of thoughts? Oh, it is billion thoughts per second. Inside, it is not one, it is like 8 volts. Today, one boy came and he was talking to me. I said, yes, sir, what can I do for you? I don't know. I said, why you have come? I don't know. So, I thought, let him breathe in between. Then I was doing something on my computer and also talking to him. And then I told him, how long are you going to bite your teeth and suppress your anger? No, I am not biting the teeth. I said, I can feel the bite on me. When all the muscles here, they start moving. And I said, now see, your eyes have become red. What is that you are angry about? Bring it out. Don't suppress. And then slowly he started telling. I said, look here, don't suppress. Sort out this problem. It's not a big issue. It is the most stupid issue I have ever come in my life. But on this stupid issue, you are wasting your life, becoming so serious and frustrated. See? Now be attentive. Whatever we have given importance to, that alone disturbs us. When somebody else's child is going the wrong way and we hear about it, what is our interaction? We become philosophers. These days, youngsters are going the wrong way. But Guptaji, what we are talking about is your son. Really? Immediately, the whole thing came. Because we have given importance to ourselves. So what is the first cause of maximum thoughts which come in our mind? Whatever we have given importance to, that alone disturbs. Now if this is understood, then what will be the yoga of self-control? If we have given value, we have to give value. Nobody can do it. One example I gave earlier also. This example makes the point very clear. One elderly lady, brigadier in Delhi, she told me, Swami, you please bless me that I should stop smoking. Because she was a terrible smoker. I said, why should I stop? Why should I tell you? Smoke, nothing wrong in that. But why don't you tell me? Why should I tell you? Tell me. You can't force me. When you started smoking, if you come to me and say, Swami, this is my first cigarette, will you please inaugurate? If you have started smoking, you stop. Don't be weakling and go, my mind is so what should I do? Rather than complaining about the mind, work on the mind. Normally we complain about the mind. Work on it. The first step is this. Whatever we have given importance to, that alone is done. This is called an attachment. Attachment is not physically, attaching to something or somebody. This particular principle I learned many years back, maybe about 30 years back, and that has made a tremendous difference in my life. I was staying somewhere, and I am obsessed with cleanliness, my weakness or whatever. When I was staying, it was so dirty. So I thought, let me clean. And when I took it for cleaning, that old man who was staying there, don't touch anything. I said, I am not asking you anything. I am just cleaning. And cleanliness is next to godliness. Have you got time? It is a lot of time. 15, 20 minutes. So, I am not asking you, let me clean, don't teach me. So I am not allowed to do. And then, as usual, I have to get up in the morning and do my japa. Om Brahma Kavi Surandhim Pushivardhanam Urvaru Kavi Vabandhana Pratsyo Mukhiya Bhagavata. Then that thought will come. I just want to clean. I am not asking you anything. And cleanliness is next godliness. Om Brahma Kavi Surandhim Pushivardhanam Urvaru Kavi Vabandhana Pratsyo Mukhiya Bhagavata. I just want to clean. I'm not asking for anything. And I was so frustrated that this japa I could not do. It continued for 6 months. And one day by God's grace, it is clean. That day I discovered this principle. Attachment means higher the frequency of thoughts flows towards anything, more is the attachment. Lesser the frequency of thoughts going towards something, less is the attachment. If this formula is understood, now go further. Like yesterday I gave you example. Do we ever think about our shadow? Whether the shadow is run over by a truck, whether the shadow is falling on Lord Shiva directly, or the shadow is falling in a gutter. Do we ever think about it? Because we have given zero value to the shadow. So what will be the yoga of self-control? Whenever we have given importance to anything or anybody, that will keep us distant. Now see, if I have given importance to something, can somebody do it for me to devalue? See, friends. Therefore, work on the mind. Self-control means, control of the mind means, shift importance. Then how it can be done? Next step. This also I told you probably earlier because this happened in Manila. Maybe 2-3 years before. In that archivation lecture, after my lecture was over, they had made a big pandal and all that over there. And when I was coming down from the steps, one young boy, maybe in his mid-20s or so, he came with his helmet like a baby and he was climbing on the stage. I said, let me get down, don't come up like him. Yes. What is wrong if I run with after the girls? This is the way here. What is wrong? If I run after the girls? There is nothing wrong. Well, do you want a company? I can join. But what is wrong? I said, there is nothing wrong. You are young. You must run after the girl. If you don't run, then there is something wrong. So keep running. You are not understanding my question. I said, my dear, this is not your question. Your question is different. Then I told him, your question is that I want to study, but my mind is so unsteady, it keeps on running here and there, therefore I am unable to study. What should I do? This is your question, isn't it? Yes, this is my question. We even don't know what is the problem of our mind. See? Then I told him, as a here, there is one simple rule. Higher the goal of your life, lower things automatically drop. You don't have to do anything. Value something higher in life. Lower things will, like the ripened fruit on the tree. Do we have to do anything to separate it from the tree? It automatically drops. Ripen your understanding. See? Now what should be the higher goal? Start from a basics. We all have understood the importance of physical cleanliness. Therefore, we will not go and sit anywhere in a dirty place because we care for our clean clothes. In the same manner, be attentive. The most valuable commodity in the whole universe is peace of our mind. Recognize the importance and value of peace of mind. If this we have understood, then anything that disturbs our mind, select, shift, delete. Because important thing is our peace of mind, not the world. Then something higher is required. We are automatically going up. So when I know that talking to this particular person creates not a lot of disturbances, so what is the best way? Avoid. How to avoid? Don't initiate any discussion. And if the discussions begin, excuse me, go to toilet. Yad gatvanani vartante tad dhamma paramam mama. And thus avoid arguments and discussion. I was in some family, a Marwadi family, somewhere in Assam. And one very rare thing I have seen in that family. An old man and his wife, and they had 8 sons, and all of them married. There are 8 wives, one per head, and per head 2-3 kids. So the dining hall was like a 5-star big dining hall. And the rule was that as far as possible, all should sit together for dinner. And the old man will never take food unless everybody is there. That was the rule. So simple. Automatically, all of them were disciplined. One point. And they used to respect him so greatly. And the second point, they had a rule. When they are taking food, they will not discuss any issue. No discussion on anything. Then, are they eating like them? No. They will take one good thought. There's a good thought. So every day you have to take a good thought. So you have to read somewhere. And in this manner, the whole dining operation used to be full of joy, cheer, and good. Because the old man had understood the value and importance of good news. So we have to recognize something higher in life. So to begin with, the higher search is let our mind be at peace. This is most important. Don't allow the mind to register because of pain. This is what yesterday we have seen. Bhagavan Krishna tells the 6th chapter 7th verse. Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshnasubhuteshu tatha manapamanaya. When the contradictions and difficulties and opposites come in our life, equanimity of the mind must be maintained. That is more important than what is happening outside. And the second thing is manapamanayo prashantasya. We imagine we are great or we are not great. Forget about it. The simplest way to lead a good life is never become big, remain small. Once in one of the places I went, many Mahatmas were there. I was also called. It happened in Delhi, Bombay. And every Mahatma, Mahamudra, etc., they have got their seva with them and then they carry their asana. And when Mahatma has to sit, the person will go lean and put the asana. And on that, there is Ganpati Bappa Moria. And I go alone straight away and I sat on the floor. No, Maharaj, you come on the stage, you are going to do like that. I said, okay, I came on the stage. I was sitting. No, you don't have any seva? I said, yes, there is. You are my seva. Now do whatever you do. And then we start imagining that I should have sat that way. Why did I sit this way? I am being insulted. Mana, apamana, respect, dishonor. This is in our own mind. It is nowhere. We only feel we are respected. We only feel we are insulted. Remove this wrong notion. Therefore, yoga of self-control for the mind is this. Whatever we give higher importance, lower things have to be very problem. One girl in the school in Arunachal Pradesh, when I went there many years before, maybe about 20 years before, girls' school, residential, Vivekananda Kendra School. And when I was going, so they all came together and they wanted to give me some gift. So it is Swami, close your eyes and the gift for you. Extend your hand. Then one girl kept something on my hand and then don't know who has kept it. Now you can open. I said, who has given? We not tell. So I read it. And the message was the words of Vivekananda. All higher achievements are possible through sacrifice alone. And friends, the joy of sacrifice is more than the joy of indulgence. The joy of giving up is more than the joy of getting something. In Delhi, I went to once before, and one of my friends, he is a retired brigadier in military. Very nice person, very soft. I used to always tell him, how come you have become brigadier? You are so soft. So, when I went there, last time he said, Swami, good news. I said, at the age of 75, there is good news. He said, no, Swami, I have stopped smoking. I was smoking for more than 50 years. The joy you can see on his face that he has given up smoking was more than the joy when he was smoking. Therefore, instead of coming under the influence of the vagaries of the mind, be strict, no means no. Because you have got something higher to do in life. These girls who walk on that track, catwalk, born as human beings, but they want to walk like a cat. Anybody cannot go and walk there. You require a figure. And figure will not happen suddenly. You have to have perfect control on intake of calories. Regular exercise. Then only the figure comes. So they have that goal. Naturally, their food habits are automatically controlled. Therefore, the rule is, if we want to reduce the frequency of thoughts in our mind, first devalue that which is disturbing us. Second thing is, hook your mind for something higher in life. The one thing I told you is the second thing. What is that we can hook our mind to? So be greedy in chanting the Lord's name. In one house I went, and on that calendar, in addition to the printed dates, there were some figures written by pencil. 7, 10, 8. There were no any kind of pattern. So I was watching that. The husband came. Swami, what are you seeing? I said, I am seeing what are these figures. I am trying to find out what should be. Swami, this is the account my wife keeps when she is chanting the Lord's name. Today she has chanted 700 times about it. Sometimes she has chanted 800. She doesn't understand. Bhagwan को हिसाब दे रहा है क्या? Mathematics, don't be smart. You know what she is doing? She is becoming greedy about chanting the Lord's name more and more. When your mind is occupied, then no. Yesterday I did 700 times. Today I must be 1,000 times. So the mind has found out some anchor. Then the unwanted thoughts will automatically. For example, I'll give you. I had to finish one book, which we will be publishing and using it next month. So the cover page and everything is finalized. There are to be 20 chapters, and I had hardly any time. So, because that pressure is on my mind, I had to finish it. So, without any problem, I will go and sit there and finish one full chapter, 2 hours. Mind is fully concentrated. Relax. Do something. Again. So there is no question that there is no mood and I don't feel like doing, because you are inspired by something higher in life. Therefore, to reduce the frequency of thoughts per second in the mind, this is another technique. If you are chanting Lord's name, keep on chanting. First, fix your number. I have to come with 1,000. Whichever way. Doesn't matter. You do it SMS. Never do it that. The impact of that will be left on your mind. And then the mind will not be too much disturbed. And then you take the second step. Then chant slowly. Then the number is secondary, but the time is primary. How long can we chant the Lord's name? And when the time is the criteria, number is not the criteria, so comfortably chant, there is no hurry. Om Sita Jaya Jaya Om Then we will understand words used by Mirabai. Ayuri Mene Rama Rasu. It's not only music, it is a meaning. Then we chant the Lord's name like we eat chocolate. How do we eat chocolate? Like the Ayurvedic medicine. Ayurvedic medicine we never want to taste. Somehow take it and immediately take nice tea, coffee or clean it. This is the technique of the Ayurvedic medicine. They give you such a bitter medicine. To prevent from the next dose, you say, I am all right. If not, take another dose. So we should not chant that way. Then start and thus your mind will now remain quieter and quieter. Not too many. And in this manner, increase the number of minutes spent in chanting the Lord's name. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. One Mahatma ji told me, he said, I'll tell you one technique. His technique is very good. He said, when you get up in the morning, you brush, yes. The moment you catch hold of the brush and put the paste on that, from that time onwards, start chanting whatever is your yoga. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Chant loudly, you are in the bathroom. Don't worry. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Suppose you do it 5 minutes, 5 minutes are booked in remembering the Lord. If you are doing twice a day, rest and day. Just add somehow or the other. When you are walking for a walk, so instead of that anything else, then with every step chant the Lord. And in this way, increase the number of times or minutes you have spent in His memory. We told you 2, 3 things. One is the frequency of thoughts per minute. Second is the quality of thoughts. The quality of the thoughts is improved and changed only by a divine heat. When we think about the worldly things, our quality of thought is disgusting. But when we think about the divine, the quality of thought improves. Then the direction, the third thing. In which direction our mind's thoughts are going? Are they going all the time extrovert, talking about the people, talking about the world, talking about the politics, talking about these things? If this is happening, then we have to be alert. And how we can be alert? One very simple thing. Before we talk, ask a question. Is it necessary to talk? Most of the time, we talk when it is not required. And then we feel bad. Therefore, it is 3 things. Control of the mind, frequency, quality and direction. If these 3 things are consciously done, then we are practicing the yoga of self-control in reference to the mind. Then comes the yoga of self-control in reference to Mr. I. I say, I. I. So this I is controlled first and the most simplest method is remain ever cheerful and happy. You don't have to prove anything to anybody. Our whole life goes to be this. We are struggling to prove something to somebody. I am very good. I don't smoke in front of everybody. That kind of goody race is no good. Don't try to prove anything to anybody. Be yourself. Then there will be no unwanted pressure built up on us. So, this I to be controlled. The first step is don't try to prove anything to anybody. Number two, don't try to justify anything. Suppose, sometimes we go some places, in Bombay it happens sometimes. Suddenly there is a traffic. There is no reason why there is a traffic jam. And sometimes you go, the whole road is empty. Very funny. So, once we went and we were about 20 minutes late. I have prayed to authority. Should we tell them? I said, why should we tell them? Everybody knows in Bombay that Bombay's name should be changed. It should be called as Jamnagar. Always that. We don't have to justify why we are late. The moment you start these two things, try to prove something and try to justify, you are doubtful about your own credentials. And when these things are not there, your mind will not gather guilt or arrogance of what you are doing. Suppose you are late. I'm so sorry actually, I was coming but there was too much of traffic jam and therefore I was late. Who asked you? Nobody asked. Even if you don't come, we don't care. And we only want very convincing. Don't justify and don't try to prove. I am always on time. You are good for nothing, therefore you are on time. People are busy. Therefore, I got tremendous respect for all you grahasthas, more than any sannyasi, including myself. Because for me, this is my full-time profession. And yet, if I complain, if I become angry, if I have got a lot of expectation, if I am frustrated, then I am a completely useless fellow. You have got 101 problems. In spite of all those worries and all that, you still find time to come, listen and grow. Then who is better? You are greater than me. But if we don't remember this, and then we start being very disciplinarian, why are you late? Friends, this happened in Delhi. I used to go to one place for giving talks, and the group was this Punjabi ladies, about 30-40 of them. And among the different types of people, Punjabis are extremely well rooted in Vedanta. One Mahatma told me mistakenly, he said, Swamiji, you are a bacha now, but I will tell you some professional secrets. You must see which is the audience. If the audience is Gujarati, talk devotion. If the audience is South Indian, talk Karma Kanda. If the audience is Punjabi, talk Vedanta. Vedantis are really deeply seated into the Punjab. So that was a group of Punjabi ladies and very deeply rooted in Vedanta. So after I left that place, after about 2 years, a very nice group, very good understanding. Then somebody has to go. So they say, Swami, when you are going at least send somebody from Mahatma. So one person happened to be there. I said, Mahatma, you come and take classes. Okay. After the first lecture was over, they told him clearly, Maharaji, next time onward you did not come. on the face. What was the reason? They told me. The reason was, when the satsang was going on, one driver came for some urgent message to one of the ladies. And this Mahatma Ji got so angry and told that driver, किसके मौत की खबर लाए हो? कौन मरा है? Imagine sitting on the tires on that street, talking this kind of language out of anger and bitterness. Is it work? Because trying to prove the discipline. Discipline should be in ourselves. With the word love and tolerance. But normally what happens? We want the world to be disciplined and we will do the enemy. Apply Vedanta on yourself and practice devotion with the world. Then only we are working correctly on this I factor. Like we have got a max factor, I. This is the most dangerous. Therefore, yoga of self-control means let there be action, but let there be no doer. Siddhartha Maharaj used to say this technique, very simple technique, where he used to say, try to use a passive voice when you talk to anybody. What is the active and passive voice? Rama. I eat a mango. This is active voice, in which I is involved. What will be the passive voice? Convert the active voice to passive voice. What will be that? The mango is eaten by me. So in this passive voice, who is given importance? I or the mango? In this passive voice, the karma is given importance, not the doer. But if you do within our life, all the time, I have done this thing, I have done that, I was here, I was there. Who cares? So to discipline and control this I as ego, one of the simplest techniques is do not bring your past before anybody. One elderly person in Varanasi is very well read and is also the editor of these magazines published by Gita Press. Very well read, very nice, extremely disciplined. Morning he has to get up, take the bath in Ganges, then do his Sandhya Vandana, then do Japa, then do Puja, and then take tea or coffee, whatever he has, then go to Vishwanath, and then finish darshan with the Bilvapatra, everything, strict discipline. And he was attending my talks. And after 2-3 days he said, Swami, I am really enjoying your talks, but I have got some doubts. Can I ask? I said, speak probably what I can tell you. You are so well read. He is very elderly person, only about 28 or 8. He asked me, why are you insisting that we should not talk about our past, about our childhood? Why are you? I said, okay, now listen. Childhood is whose? Your or body. Teenage belongs to whom? You are the body. Middle age belongs to whom? You are the body. So when we talk about our childhood, teenage, middle age, we are not ready to leave body identification. And what is the problem? Problem is only one, body identification. In such time, we are identified with the body, living as the body, living for the body, living on everybody. We are far away from the yoga of self-control. Therefore, all that we are doing as our spiritual practice. In that spiritual practice, the most essential thing is this. Are we attaining freedom from body identification or not? Now we have gone through everything now. The world, the possession, the relation, then the body, then the prana, the hunger, the food, etc. Then the mind. Now we have come to this Mr. I. Secrets. All the experiences of our life are based on body identification. After the body identification alone, we are somebody. Husband, brother, father, mother, wife, mother-in-law, daughter-in-law. They are born after body identification. And who is miserable? These non-existing appearances called as mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife, they are miserable. And who are they? They are not. So those who are not, they are miserable. And we suffer. Therefore, the yoga of self-control with reference to I is the ultimate. We have to attain